right. Hey, now, y'all, what's happening on a Tuesday morning? Good morning, all you groovy people. Thanks for stopping by PMP today. Great to see everybody on the comments line lining up. And for all of those unseen listeners and viewers out there, welcome aboard, man. Great to have you on board today. And, dude, I didn't see this coming. We got giant futility in the desert. Check. We're going to get to that. We got NBA madness going on today, like just madness, all kinds of deals hopping and popping. I got Kevon Looney heading down to New Orleans. That upsets me. We're going to talk about that. But first, before anybody says anything, good morning and welcome back to a Roby Tuesday. Who's going to hang a name on you? Creative Tony, you're going with that, like, I'm not sure. Is it a robe? Is it a poncho? Like, what's the term for that garment you're wearing? This unidentified garment.
Paulie, it's a beach robe, dude. So I'm gonna,
yeah,
it's a beach robe. It's terry cloth, and here's if you want to see the full body feature of it.
Well,
can you see that? So there.
Why don't you just stand up? I'd rather you stand.
It goes. That's how that. There it is online. That's what I'm wearing. It goes all the way down to like below the knees. It's great for when you get out of a pool or get out of the lake or get out of the ocean. Just throw that thing on. I mean, you can even go, you can go commando under there if you want to.
I was just about to say, the mind wanders, thoughts pop into my head. Just certain freedoms we could take. So now you're familiar with Baker Beach here in San Francisco, right? The great Baker Beach. If you go down to Baker Beach, right, and you come down the hill, you park, you go down the beach, take a hard right, okay? Take a hard right and start walking towards the Golden Gate Bridge. Once you get into that little nook down there by the bridge and the rocks, you got a fair share of nudity going on over there at Baker Beach. Part of the beach is a nude beach. If you don't know, you've never been. Yeah, Baker Beach, they let it fly. Tony, how would you feel about marching out there in your man dress robe, whatever this thing is, and then just peeling it off and, I don't know, catching some rays in your birthday suit down at Baker? Are you comfortable enough? Are you confident enough? Do you have the cojones to go out there and parade around in your Creative Tony birthday suit? Tony, go.
Couldn't be more anti-nudist, really. Couldn't be more. I just feel like the people that are usually nudists are the ones that you like don't want to see nude, and like Beta Breakers is a harsh lesson in that. Right, I remember jogging, walking behind a nudist in Beta Breakers. I'm like, dude, what is this? So I stopped, I paused, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait for this person to get further down the course. And then also, I don't know. I don't think anybody needs to see me, and I don't think I need to be seen. I'd rather just, wear my swim trunks and wear my beach robe and then be a happy camper. I will say, but if I'm on a beach by myself on like a secluded island, I'll jump into the water nude because of how it feels.
Okay. Right? Well, listen, how often do you want a secluded island, dude? Like, when does this occur?
Never.
Yeah. That's right. No, right. And I second everything you said. I mean, I'm not, there's nobody, like you said, I don't think anybody wants to see it. I don't want to see, I don't even want to offer it up. So, dude, understood. I got you. By the way, Aaron Cass checking in with a Garmin question as we just get, and he's a super. So let's get him up there, Tony, before we dive into the show today. He's got questions and concerns. I'm going to let you handle this one. It's addressed to you. Go ahead.
Not to lay blame, but have the Giants sucked since Tony started wearing the beach robe on Roby Tuesday? It's quite possible. Basically, the Giants have sucked since Chapman got hurt, basically, is what's happening. I feel like the Giants are now 5-12 in their last 17, and I feel like Chapman went out a few games before that. So I feel like they've sucked before, right when Chapman went out. But if you want to lay blame on the robe, I'm happy to do it. Although the comfort factor is deflecting any blame. So there you go.
Okay, well, there you go. You got your answer, Aaron Caskin. Thank you, by the way. Now, hold on.
Thank you, Aaron, for the super. Thank you, Aaron, for the super. By the way,
sorry, bro. Thank you, man. No, you're fine. Pine Needle too. This is a great riff just to get the show started today. Pine Needle. I'm so anti-nudity. I close my eyes when I'm in the shower. I don't even want to see myself. Tremendous. Pine Needle. I feel you on that. I don't want to offend. I don't want to offend myself. All right, Tony. A couple of words on Dr. Matt Young as we get started today. Dr. Matt Young, our great sponsor, my dentist for over a decade, had a text exchange with him yesterday. He's out in Hawaii this week for the long week with the 4th coming on Friday. And don't forget, we got the farewell gig of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath happening on Saturday. So no show today, or excuse me, no show Friday. So the music assignment gets transferred over to Thursday. Just keep that in mind when you send in your Saturday.
No, please God help me.
Well, it's funny that you play that little lick right in the middle of a Dr. Matt Young thing. But let me pause Dr. Matt Young and ask a question. Do you expect to hear that song on Saturday?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
I do too. I do too. I mean,
Yes,
it's their namesake song, right?
Mhm.
Name of the band, name of the first album, first song on the first album. And by the way, I'm not just saying this for effect. When I first heard that song, Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath, it used to scare me. I'm not kidding. It used to act.
God, dude. Yes. And the album cover is super scary too.
I don't even like talking about it. I don't even like talking about that album cover. It's too real. It's too creepy. Who's that lady? What's she doing out in the field? I don't know what's going on, bro. But that lady scared the bejesus out of me on the cover of that Sabbath album. Is she a witch? A Wiccan? I don't know whatever's going on. Gave me the creeps, Tony. Anyway, back to Dr. Matt Young. Let's get back on point here. Dr. Matt Young, our great sponsor, my dentist for over a decade. He's in business in San Francisco for over 25 years. He's offering general dentistry. All of your implant needs can be taken care of there. And again, his practice is rock solid. Everybody in the office is super, super cool. Right down there in Union Square, by the way, if I didn't mention that, 490 Post Street. The entire team, as I say, when you walk in the door, it's a lot like Longbridge that way. Like as soon as you walk in, you're greeted by people that treat you like friends and family. Dr. Young specializes in implant surgery, implant restorations. He is the president of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry. We've offered up some of the Google reviews, some of the Yelp reviews. There's literally thousands of them, positive ones. Go ahead and check those out at your leisure. And again, Dr. Matt Young, make an appointment today. You see the info in front of you, but if you're just listening in, 415-392-8611. That's John Frank Alex Smith, everybody. 415-392-8611. Creative Tony will tell you about the email address and also the office hours, because I know he's a fan of the Saturday thing. My final comment on Dr. Matt Young, Tony, is he accepts pretty much all the major insurance companies, so you shouldn't have any problem there. He is the solution to any dental need or problem you might have, Big T.
Dude, I was just talking about Dr. Matt Young on Saturday.
Nice.
Because the person I was at my nephew's baseball game, and I was talking to a couple of people, and my sister started talking about how they needed to switch dentists. So of course I'm talking to my sister about going to Dr. Matt Young, taking her kids to my nieces and nephew. Definitely. But then also somebody overheard me in the bleachers. Like, wait, hold on a second. What are you talking about? I go, we can't stand our dentist, and our kids loathe going to the dentist. And so I started talking to Dr. Young about Dr. Young and how, you know what? I have a feeling if you went to see the Young Dental Group and Dr. Young, your kids wouldn't like be nervous about going to the dentist, so they wouldn't loathe going to the dentist, and you yourself wouldn't loathe going to the dentist. I think that's where it all boils down to, Dom. Sorry, my son. I saw my son just pass through the background. Paulie, is that you don't loathe going to the dentist. If you go to Dr. Young, you actually you look forward to seeing him and seeing the dental group, right?
Let me interrupt you real quick. Let me jump in real quick and interrupt your flow. Tony, question about your son, Dom. The aforementioned, he passed by like a spirit in the night. Shout out to Springsteen. Like a spirit in the night, all night, all night. Anyway, how's Dom doing with his dentist? I say we get Dom over to Dr. Young ASAP. Let's just yank him out of whatever dentist is treating him right now and send him down to Dr. Young. I guarantee you Dom will be an immediate fan. Any problems with Dom's dentist? We got to get him out of there?
No, but it's funny because we just got the letter in the mail that the dental group that we've been using is they're shrinking their hours. They're cutting back because they're older, right? And they're towards the end of their career. Nothing else. So I was talking to my wife Megan about that, and Dom would love it because he could talk ball. He could walk in and talk baseball with Dr. Young and say, you know what? Tell me about your older son that's going to be an SI Wildcat, and then go from there. And it would be a good experience. It'd be a joyful experience. It wouldn't be something that they'd loathe going to see or going to do. So.
And final thing, I would offer this up too. When your son does, because I'm already arranging this right now. Dom's going to start going to Dr. Matt Young as soon as next week, as far as I'm concerned. And I got to tell you, when he goes in, have your son or any of you listening in, if you want to try out Dr. Matt Young, ask him when you go in and you're sitting in the chair, say, hey, Dr. Young, can I see that Dwight Clark football that Paulie Matt gave you? He'll be like, hold on 1 second. Let me go grab that. And he'll bring, I gave him a Dwight Clark football that's in his office. So he can show that off as well. You can have a little show and tell. That's sorry. Go ahead. Let's finish this up.
No. Yeah. And also I could take Dom on a Saturday morning when he's not booked with school or with some sort of athletic activity or extracurricular activity. Saturdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's gold. That's gold when you have young kids. It's gold. And then also if you want to email them info at youngdentalsf.com. And again, the phone number 415-392-8611, 415-392-8611, or 415-392 Charlie Young, I'm going to say, and Alex Smith. There you go.
Charlie, people don't talk about Charlie Young enough. It's starting to bother me. They also don't talk enough about Ricky Patton, Tony. Ricky Patton. You know what I mean? Sure. Bill Ring, Ricky Patton, Charlie Young. I don't know. Throw in give me another name from like that 81 squad, like a deep name. Give me Archie Reese, bro. Can we talk from Archie Reese, you know?
Our guy, Dan Buns, man. Our guy, Dan Buns.
You don't have a picture on hand for show and tell, do you?
I could find one.
I could use some buns on a Tuesday.
Stand by, I'll find one, Paulie. And I was also trying to find the Black Sabbath album cover just to show everybody, those that don't know, what we're talking about with the. Oh, why is that coming up? Come on, what the heck?
You're making me laugh today. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Dude, I'm just trying to find it because there's things that are organized in different areas.
While you're getting your S together over there, Low Steve checking in with another great. You ain't kidding, Low Steve. Dwayne Board, bro. Dwayne Board. Okay.
Dude. Oh yeah, Board. Number 76, by the way. Number 76.
Damn right. You're damn right.
He was at the Dwight Clark night, which was a phenomenal night.
Absolutely. Yes, he was. It's always great to see Dwayne Board any chance you get. All right, Tony, I want to get into the matters at hand today now, a variety of stuff. Do you want to start with the Giants? Do you want to start with Kevon Looney? Do you want to have a word about Loon up top?
Let's prioritize Looney just because we're not excited about the news, but let's prioritize Looney.
I just want to say, as a Warrior fan, as a guy who's been watching this team a long time, I loved Kevon Looney. I really did. I love this kid, and I loved when he got drafted. You got to remember when he got drafted, it was a Bob Myers pick, and he came from UCLA. And I don't know if you remember, but he missed a lot of time at the beginning of his career. He had 2 hip replacement surgeries, and there was speculation that it just might not work out. This kid may never get on the floor and play in the NBA. What does he do? Rehabs his ass off and kind of absorbs this role that Steve Kerr gave him. And, he just became like in my opinion, in a lot of ways, kind of the heart of the Golden State Warriors, along with Draymond Green, obviously, he's been called the heartbeat by Coach Steve Kerr. Yep. But, you think about Kevon Looney's accomplishments, 10 years as a Golden State Warrior, 3 titles, 3 NBA titles. And my favorite, this is the thing where I said, damn, this guy is a baller for this kid's he's not messing around. 2019 finals when Klay Thompson blows out his Achilles, Kevin Durant goes down with the Achilles, all in the same series. Kevon Looney and the Warriors lost that game. They lost that series in 6 games. I was at the final game. That was the final game ever played at Oracle Arena and the final game of that Kevin Durant era. Don't forget, Kevon Looney played that NBA final series with a torn pectoral muscle. Imagine how difficult, think about trying to get when you got a torn pec, you can't do anything. And he's going up there grabbing boards. He's boxing dudes out. So the toughness of Kevon Looney, I wish him nothing but the best. And just a guy I always enjoyed, Tony. How about you? How do you feel about
No question. And I'll take Looney with or without the face mask. I'll take Looney with or without braids or dreads.
I like the braids. I prefer my Looney with braids if possible. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to miss him dearly because he was just one of those guys that there was no off-court nonsense with him. There was no chirping. There was no chirping.
Nope.
And you know what? He could have easily been upset with a diminished role last season because trying to get Post more minutes or trying to get Santos more minutes, and he didn't bitch one. I didn't ever bitch. He just, he went along with it and did whatever Kerr asked and what the coaching staff asked. And whenever you needed good minutes, man, whenever you needed boards, whenever you needed the ultimate hustle, it was Looney, man. And so I don't know. He's one of my favorite all-time warriors. Definitely one of my favorite Warriors of this era.
Yeah.
And all time for me, just because he's the type of athlete that I want kids to look up to, right? Like a pro athlete. Look at Looney. Look at how Looney plays the game. Look at Looney does what he's asked. He knows that he's lucky to be there, fortunate to be able to play basketball for a career and make really good money doing it. And I don't know. I just love the way he approaches the game, and I wish more would play the game like him. And like you said, Paul, I wish him nothing but the best. And go Pelicans, go freaking Pelicans, right? I'm rooting for Looney. Go.
Hey, at least when he goes down to New Orleans, he can get sandwiches at Mother's. He can go watch Kermit Ruffins. He can wander over to the Jazz Fest. You know what I mean? Get on one of those shuttle buses, go out there to Jazz Fest, catch any number of the dozens of great bands playing out there. So I hope he enjoys New Orleans, but I'm going to miss the guy. Like, and again, it's another piece of, he's another pillar of because he's more than a piece. He's more like a pillar, like a stately column that is now been taken away. So, boy, one by one, they're going, man. And, you know, it's interesting. Just a quick word, Tony, on the NBA, and then we'll dive into the Giants.
Sorry, Paulie. I want to welcome somebody to the show. It's a name we've never seen. Josh Berkowitz. I see it on the chat. Josh Berkowitz. I want to welcome Josh to the chat. He says, hey, guys, finally get to check in live instead of watching later. Love the show. Happy Roby Tuesday. So what's up, Josh?
Hey.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining the scene. And, dude, welcome to the PMP Army, dude. Welcome.
By the way, couple things. Let me give you a quick Josh riff, and then I got to get to Low Steve, because Low Steve, bro, you just effing buckled my knees with that riff, bro, and I want to get to that in a second. But Joshua, real quick, when I hear the name Joshua, I think two things. One, the U2 record Joshua Tree, great album. And then number two, do you remember of course you do, the sitcom Friends, Jennifer Aniston? So her and Ross break up. And by the way, I wanted to punch Ross in the face every time I saw him. I was like, this kid, I've had it with Ross, dude. Don't mess it up with Jennifer Aniston. You know what I mean? She's coming out here with the plaid pants. Don't mess it up. Anyway, when she broke up with Ross or whatever the dynamic was there, I remember she started dating this guy, and she was like, well, my new boyfriend, Joshua is going to be here in 20 minutes. Joshua is picking me up. And the whole way she said that, Joshua. Anyway, Josh, welcome aboard. All right, number two, Los D. Los D. And I'm going to go ahead. Bro. You know what I'm saying, dude?
I had to present that. That's the face you wanted to punch? She was like, yeah, there you
go. Badly. Elbow him in the face, a roundhouse kick, anything would work. Anything would be fine. Maybe a leg sweep, dude, like Karate Kid, you just leg sweep his ass. Anything to
Schwimmer, dude. Paulie, Schwimmer.
No, I don't need a lot of Schwimmer. I need zero Schwimmer. You know
what I mean? I'll give him some love in the OJ documentary, though. I'll give him some love in the OJ documentary. He was good in the OJ documentary. That's all.
Was he playing like Kardashian? Was he playing the lawyer?
No, he played. Yeah, exactly. He played Kardashian. It was great.
All right,
good. Really well done. Sorry.
All right, a lot of laughs are coming at me fast and furious, which is great because we need the kind of therapy today. I'm calling this laugh therapy. Giant fans are offer up laugh therapy. All right, so
I love to laugh. Remember, Mary? That's Mary Poppins, right?
Will you ponder that while I deliver?
Yeah, it is Poppins.
Okay, good. I appreciate that. So Los D is sitting there when we said, hey, Kevon Looney's on his way down to New Orleans to play with the Pelicans. Los D throws this thing from Scarface, bro. Pacino sitting in the sunken jacuzzi in his bedroom, in his friggin' bedroom. It's right there. And he's watching like the Animal Planet Kingdom network or whatever the hell it's called. And at one point he's got the champagne, the cigar, he's got bubbles all over him. Michelle Pfeiffer is walking around. She's pissed off. And then he's watching TV and you see like a group of pelicans and he goes, fly, pelicans, fly. Tony, I'm gonna go ahead and have to demand that sound as quickly as possible. I need to hear it tomorrow. Los D, tremendous comedy moment from you. Fly, pelicans, fly, pelicans. Great call. And anytime we mention Kevon Looney going forward, I want the fly pelicans drop. Tony, go ahead.
So say good night to the bad guy.
So that's not fly pelicans, but just imagine fly pelicans in that accent. So, Paulie, yes, Looney, tip of the cap for all you did for the Dubs. But Paulie, we've been avoiding it. We got to get into the Giants because first of all, Paulie, happy July 1st. June is over. Happy July 1st. So does this mean the end of the June swoon? Does it, because the calendar has moved to July? And also, Paulie, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah.
Because Bobby Bonilla just got paid another, I wrote it down, $1,193,248.20 today.
Yeah.
And that is just, I mean, that's going to go on until 2035, dude.
Yeah, good for him. Hey, good business right there, man. Smart move. Hey, just give me 1.1 mil. It's essentially 1.2 because, like you said, it's 190. Well, let's just round that up to 2. So it's like 1.2 mil every year, and this has been going on already for more than a couple of decades. And when does it end? 2035.
2035, basically, yeah, another 9 or another 10 years, dude. So, or another 9 years after this year. But Paulie did. Okay, we got a golden sombrero by Devers. We have a silver sombrero by Adamas.
Adames, I can't take it with Adames anymore. I'm sorry, I can't take it. I think Melvin seriously should I don't know what to do with him, but I've had it with, and don't come at me with the smile. I don't want to hear about his effing smile. And then Tony, he's doing like the Tommy Lee 2 eye black lines. What are you going with the double? What do you need to do? I'm not done complaining. Still complaining. The 2 eye black lines, don't like it. Also, don't like the purple shoes. Cut the crap. Hit the baseball, man. I'm sorry. I'm out of patience.
But that's not happening, Paulie. He likes the drip. He likes the flair. He's going to keep the purple shoes.
It's harder to embrace the drip though when you suck. You know what I mean? If you want to have some drip, you give me something. At least your guy costs, and I know you got a problem with the cost drip too. And it is. It's. I mean, dude, the personalized sweatband. It's like, but he's hitting. At least
hottest hitter, who, by the way, who may not play, who hurt his hamstring yesterday and may not play. We're waiting on word from Koss about his hamstring. Dude, if Koss goes down, that means that'll be the 3rd infielder down. And are we talking Devers playing third base all of a sudden? Like, are we going to see Devers at 3rd if Koss goes down?
That's actually that's probably on the table. That's probably being talked about right now. Yeah.
But so now, Paulie, they're 16 for 97 with runners in scoring position after going 2 for 7 last night. They've scored 7 runs in 36 innings. Let's see what else. Oh, and you know what ticked me off last night, man?
Give it to me, man. What?
Dude, Fitzgerald comes up, new pitcher on the bump. Fitzgerald jumps on the first fastball.
The double. That was like the highlight of the game for the Giants. That was like their big offensive moment. Yeah.
Which Thomas almost flagged down. That dude's a badass center fielder. I love the way that kid plays. But he almost snagged that on his diving play. But dude, great piece of hitting by Fitzgerald. And then what does Bailey do? What the frick does Bailey do? The first pitch, the next at bat, with you have Fitzgerald on second base. The go-ahead run is on second base with 2 outs, and the pitcher throws a lazy, like an off-speed pitch, and dude, Bailey just all arms, just throws the bat at it, little foul ball pop up. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I was just sitting there going, you're a professional hitter, dude. Like, you have a runner in scoring position. It's a tie game. The pitcher just gave up a drilled fastball. So you're probably not going to see a fastball first pitch this at bat. And then he sees this just lazy curveball. And he just, I think I said on Twitter, it was like he was swinging a wet noodle at this thing. And I was like, Bailey, come on, man. You got to think like you need better ABs than that is basically what I'm saying, man.
I do want to be fair to Bailey though, Tony. And I got you. Point taken, and your point's valid, but I would say this, like, he did have a hit earlier in the game. And I think overall Bailey's hitting is starting to come around. Like he's been hitting better recently. He has, there's no denying it, but that was a rough at bat. You know, the funny thing is, here we are pulling our hair out about this Giants game last night. Another one, by the way. There are 8 games out. 8 games. Another one. Tony, can you bring up the tweet that you sent out last night about banning this kid from Diamondback games? And then I reposted it because I want to show everybody, because we haven't even talked about this jackass yet, and how he impacted the game last night and why Major League Baseball is reluctant to discipline this kid. I have no idea why. It's like a hands-off that he's been doing this. He's a repeat offender. It's not the first time this has happened. He's done this more than once. He did it to Joey Bart. They were all over it last night, and it turns out he's done it 2 other times. So
he's done it to like his own Diamondback players too.
And he brags about it. He's like, no, it's a great catch I made. So apparently he went on. I don't know if you heard this, Tony. That kid, that guy, that a-hole, he went on Arizona Sports Talk this morning, and he complimented himself. He was like, no, I didn't get thrown out of the game. And by the way, I made a really nice catch. So he's very pleased with himself, and they're not disciplining him. Arizona or MLB, I don't get it. He's directly impacting games now, the outcome. You can't have that in Major League Baseball. Kick his ass out, in my opinion.
So here's what I want to show you, Paulie. This is the play. I mean, this is the play again. This is Joey Bart. This is Joey Bart.
He's got some power, and it's on display right here. Oh, we're going to have to look at that one. A fan.
Dude, like, he is in front of the home run fence, right?
Yeah, I see him. He's all throwing it back on the field. I want this guy out. Seriously, get him out.
Look at that one. A fan may have reached over.
That's my thing is, how is he still allowed in the yard is my question, Paulie. How is he still allowed to go to the games? MLB should be all over this dude and saying, you're no longer welcome. You are no. And also, how in God's name is that in the rule book as an out? Like, you're trying to tell me that you're going to make the assumption that the ball was going to be caught at the top of the home run fence by a jumping outfielder. Like, first of all, that ball's a home run. If you took Thomas out of the picture and you took that douchebag out of the picture, that ball probably hits the top of the wall and is out. It doesn't. I don't think it hits the wall and comes back into the field to play, personally. So how they're trying to tell me that, oh, it's supposed to be an out, and then I would have fought that like tooth and nail. I thought Melvin would have fought that tooth and nail and got tossed for that instead of getting tossed for the strike zone later on. But I don't understand that rule, and the fact that they said, oh, we're going to assume that the outfielder was going to catch the ball, and that's why the fan interference. You can't assume that ball. The only proof you have on replay is that the ball was going to go out.
Why? So, I'm more concerned with why MLB and or the D-backs organization won't discipline this kid, won't reprimand this kid, and say, like, that's not. You're directly influencing the outcome of games now, wins and losses. And I think he should forfeit and it's not the first time. It's not like some innocent occurrence. He's done this at least 4 times that we know of, at least 4 times. So how is this guy immune to the discipline of MLB? How is this happening?
That's a great question, man. I really don't know. I was trying to find the guy's name today and I couldn't find it online, but I'm trying to track him down to be just start I don't know. We should just start posting something daily on him, start a movement, hashtag ban whatever his name is.
Well, the thing that pisses me off too, Tony, is he's so proud of himself. Like doing the interview this morning, being like, yeah, I made a great catch. They've never disciplined me. I'm just going to keep doing it. Like, he's very pleased with himself. And the whole throwing the ball back on the field, cut the crap, dude. Just cut the crap. So in other words, this kid goes to games with the intention on being a D-bag, basically. Right. I'm going to go out and be a D-bag and disrupt the outcome of this game. I get off. You know why? It's like Chet in Weird Science. Why are you such a D-bag? Because I get off on it. He must be one of those guys because he gets off on it. Actually, the correct sentence from Kelly LeBrock was, why do you insist on being such a wanker? And then he goes, because I get off on it. And he might be wearing a towel when he says that. Nothing more than a towel with the spatula. Might be in a towel.
I think it is the towel.
Yeah. And then, serious mental disorder. Tony, you're by the way, and I wouldn't judge you at all. In fact, I would encourage you to explore all the facets of your personality. Underneath your beach man robe poncho thing you're wearing there, are you wearing ladies' underwear? I'm just asking.
No, man. I've got some Warriors game shorts. I'm wearing some Warriors shorts. That's all I'm wearing.
Okay. I got no problem with ladies' underwear. You want to throw them on? Throw them on, man. It's fine with me.
Fine, dude. Was that Wyatt that was wearing this?
Well, let me. Yeah, it was. And he comes walking in, dude. He's got a little wedgie. He's pulling the panties out because he's got a little wedgie. That is a serious mental disorder. One of the great lines right there of all time. All right, Tony, finish your thought. I interrupted.
Just showing some love for our guy. That's all.
Dude, come on, man. Come on. There he is. That's one of my heroes right there. Look at that face, bro. Look at that. How about a nice greasy pork sandwich or whatever he said,
served in a dirty ashtray.
Yeah. And then one of my favorite responses is Anthony Michael Hall just reaches out and starts flicking his lip. He starts hitting his lip. I don't know why, but he's hitting it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic cinema.
Oh, God, man. So, Paulie, I got to give Los D and Beat LA some credit. Beat LA says every home teams should be, every call should go what does he say? I just want to read what he says. With fan interference, it should always get called against the home team, no matter what, is what Beat LA says, which is a good point. That wasn't a Giants fan. That was in Arizona's ballpark. The guy's wearing a D-backs. He almost fell into the field to play, by the way.
I wish you would. You would. Yeah, fall down, twist an ankle, man. Maybe you learn your lesson. Yeah.
And then our boy Los D, Carlos De La Fuente of Flex Funding, we're going to get to him in a couple minutes here, but he commented saying he'd have gotten his ass kicked at Candlestick after the second time doing it, dude.
I think he might have gotten ejected. Somebody might have pushed him right out of the seats, and I still miss that edgy Candlestick vibe. I really do. I miss the Candlestick vibe where you go to a Giant Dodger game on a Friday night, there's brawls going on, and I'm there being a little kid. I remember guys would be up in the seats, Tony, burning, lighting, going to the concession stand, buying a Dodger pennant, bringing it back to your seat and then lighting it on fire.
Yeah.
They used to just burn them. They just burn them in the seat, and everybody would be like, yeah. You'd be like cheering, and this guy's just holding the burning. Dude, if you did that today, there'd be like a SWAT team on you, bro.
Totally.
They'd have you chicken winged. You'd be in a paddy wagon. Back then, it was just like harmless fun on a Friday night. Yeah, it's just candlestick hijinks right there,
Dude.
man. Fantastic.
By the way, Paulie, I feel like there's a slump busting going to happen today. I feel like the Giants are going to bust out of it today, and maybe this is just me, my being so delusional that I need to say something like to get myself out of the funk, and the Giants to get out of the funk that they're in, like the month-long funk. By the way, Jung-Hoo Lee finished the month of June batting 140.
He's another guy. He's on my list too, man. Jung-Hoo Lee, Adames, Devers. I'm giving a little bit more room to because he just got here, but still, hit the ball. Give me something. Devers is like when he walks back to the dugout after yet another strikeout. I'm like, does this guy care? Like, I'm looking at his face. I'm like, I'm not sure Devers really even cares right now. The whole vibe. That's the other thing, Tony. The lifeless vibe. Do you feel it when you see these guys just one after another? It's like a carousel of losers coming up to the plate and then going back, coming up and then walking right back. It's like, God, where is the life, dude? Where's the fire? Where's the pulse?
They are definitely in the midst of it, the funkiest of funks, man. And dude, hey, Jung-Hoo, you're left-handed. You've got wheels. Feel free to drop one down, dude. Try and mix it up. Try and like this kid McCarthy on Arizona, who I really like. Thomas and McCarthy, really like those guys because they use their speed to their advantage, man. And I would say once a game they show bunt, and they don't do it to bunt, but they do it to keep the infield on their toes. They do it to keep the infield from shifting. There's a lot of benefits to at least even showing bunt. Because then they're not going to shift you. Then they're not going to shade you as much.
What's the primary reason, Tony? Sorry to interrupt you, but I like what you're saying, and I agree with you. I'm a fan of bunting the baseball, too. It causes a lot of problems.
Especially in the sun. Paulie, especially when you're $140 for the month of June. You got to mix it up, man. You got to do something different. You got to mix it up.
So here's my question then. Using your baseball mind right now, what is the reason? What's the baseball reason they're not doing that? Considering how bad they're playing offensively, why not try to provoke something, a spark? Like, why wouldn't they be trying that?
Because it does take that one hit that kind of reconnects you with the whole feeling of being back on first base. But I can also argue that a drag bunt, successful drag bunt, could get you to that place as well. And if you're $140, dude, if you're batting $140 for the month of June, man, like there's
some bad batting averages on this team, dude. These averages, I see them coming up. I'm like, are you kidding me? Everyone's hitting like under 250, under 240. It's like, God, man, what is it? It's really bad right now. But I see that's because the hitting is so bad. I would think this would be the ideal time to provoke a spark by laying down a bunt. Hey, let's talk about Low Steve for a second, Tony. And just from my own head, you know what I mean? Just to get off this topic because I'm getting upset again. And by the way, Bird song tonight on the Hill. Maybe he'll straighten it out. We'll see. They're going to have to get the bats happening at some point, too. And I'm not done talking about this kid. I want to go back to this jackass in
not
Arizona.
A kid, by the way, Paulie. He's like a 50-year-old man, dude. He's not a kid. Seriously.
I don't like him. I don't like his face. I don't like how proud of himself he is. Like he gets off on just being a D-bag. And he's bothering me. Anyway, Carlos De La Fuente, that's a guy that does not bother me. This is a guy that made me laugh 10 minutes ago. Maybe the biggest laugh of the day. Fly, Pelicans, bro. Phenomenal idea for a soundbite. I'm all over that. Creative Tony, I hope you can cut that today because I want to hear it tomorrow over and over again. Hey, Kevon Looney's in New Orleans. Fly, Pelicans. Okay. Carlos De La Fuente. He is doing his thing. He's not flying to New Orleans, but he can take your phone calls at 925-250-4894 and answer any question you might have about private money loans, about mortgages. Maybe you want to tweak your mortgage or try something different. When it comes to your finances, we talk about the importance of trust. And Carlos is like, he's one of us, man. He's on the line right now. I see him. He's talking to Dom right now. And you should have a conversation with Carlos as well. If you're going through what I'm going through right now, which is still putting kids through college tuition payments. That's the thing with finances, Tony. For a while, you're like, hey, I got everything under control. This is great. Then all of a sudden you start getting those college tuition bills coming in and you're like, I need to make some moves here. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe you need to move some money around. Maybe you need to somehow just access more cash in terms of a loan. Carlos is the guy to talk to. He can tell you what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. He is extremely trustworthy to the point where he will not let you make a move that's going to hurt you down the road or 3 steps down the road. If he sees you're going in a direction direction that's not going to be good in the long run. He won't let you go down there. Also, he's partnered with a new lender, and their specialties are HELOC loans. That's the home equity line of credit. That's one of the things he does best. It's one of his specialties. So talk to Carlos about your financial situation. And always remember, when you do business with Low Steve, as we call him on the streets, Carlos Fuente, Low Steve, no appraisal fees, Tony. No fees attached at all. No escrow fees, no title fees. Very fast closings, generally within 7 days. He's got that 700-plus FICO score. The man is legit. It's time for you to get your finances into a better place and do it with Carlos De La Fuente at Flex Funding, Tony.
Paulie, we talked about second mortgages. We talked about refinancing. We've talked about the multiple ways that Carlos De La Fuente can help you, whether you're in state or out of state. Paulie, I want to talk about literally a personal situation. Like you and I, and I'm speaking to people out there that because it's becoming more and more of a trend that if you used to be like a salaried or hourly employee or W-2 employee, and now you're 1099 and you are self-employed like you and me.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a major trend happening in people, especially younger than us, that are just like, you know what? I don't want to work for somebody else. I want to do this. I want to be on social media. I'm an influencer. I want to do a show. Or, like Don Peralta going on his own and with his own company, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
There's the Alt-A loan, which is another one of the types of loans like the HELOC loan. But Carlos De La Fuente can help you with your situation if you are now a 1099 self-employed employee of your own, I guess you should call it. But Alt-A loans is something he can help you out with. There's a multitude of loans that he can help you out with. We see the HELOC on the screen. So it's just, and back to the type of person Carlos is.
Tony, NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. That's my main man down in Santa Cruz. He chimes in with a riff in the middle of the spot. Hey guys, maybe Los D can loan the Giants some wins. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Something, man. Something's got to crack it, dude. But back in the day, we haven't shown this in a while, Paulie. But I want to show this now. Come on, pop up. There it is. There it is. Trust the Los. Trust Carlos right there.
Bro, he's a very handsome guy, especially in this thing right here. I still see the Jeremy Piven influence, but go ahead, T.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that we talked about the types of loans. We talked about in-state or out-of-state. We talked about how quickly you can turn a HELOC around. We've talked about all these things. But at the end of the day, it really is about trusting the person you deal with your finances. And just like trusting your dentist, why we have Dr. Matt Young. It's the same thing. You trust Carlos, you trust him, and we trust him, and he's not going to steer you in the wrong direction. That's at the end of the day, that's what matters most. And so Carlos De La Fuente is our guy, and we want him to be your guy too. And again, 925-250-4894, Carlos at myflexnow.com. Los will hook you up. Los will take care of you. We promise.
Final word on Los D from the man himself. He's offering this right now on the comments line. Self-employed loans are big right now.
Yeah.
And they're also necessary right now. All right. Hey, by the way, you know what I was thinking about, Tony, when you're saying we're self-employed now? Because you and I used to spend a lot of time in your studio at KMBR. Like Creative Tony had this studio where he would do all his stuff. It was kind of set off to the side, so it wasn't like in a main artery. It was, which was great because you could go hide out in there. You don't have to see all the people you don't want to see. You know what I mean? The people wearing the blazers and the dress shirts. You know what I'm talking about? And we'd be in there complaining all the time, and I'd be like, Tony, I don't like this guy. I don't like that guy. This boss sucks. That boss sucks. And both of us just airing out all our stuff. But now that we're self-employed, what happens when I go to you, Creative Tony, and I go, hey, Tony, I hate my effing boss. I hate this guy. And that would be me, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, how do you diffuse that? How do you handle that? I got problems with my boss, Tony, a lot of problems with my boss. And Tony's like, yeah, well, dude, that's you. You're your own boss now. I don't know how you sort through that. Tony, go ahead.
I would say this to you.
Shut the fuck up, Chico, man.
That's what I would say to you. Okay.
Give me that, bro. Give me that again. Give me Chico again.
Shut the fuck up, Chico, man.
That's what I would say.
100%. Shut the blank up, Chico, man. All right. Drop.
That's just for your head. That's all. But Paulie, I feel like tonight is a slump busting night. I really do. Because
back to slump busters. Okay. Slump busters. Creative Tony's going to talk slump busters. 808 KNBR. Go ahead.
Well, I have a top three. I have a Tony's top three. We'll probably do tomorrow night. If I shouldn't say, I'm not planning on the Giants losing tonight. So it might be null and void by tomorrow, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow night because we're going to get to bookmarks here in a second. But
nice.
It's Birdsong against Zach Gallen tonight. Okay, just Birdsong's got a 4.13 ERA, Gallen 5.75 ERA, 5.75 ERA, dude. So, and just a couple of numbers on Gallon to give you some mojo, some vibe, some confidence for tonight. And I'm going to get to the Nutter here in a second.
Okay.
That's a good question, Nutter. Hang on. I see your super. Hang on that.
By the way, I don't think I've ever said this out loud, but great handle, the Nutter. I'm just throwing it out there too. Yes. Great handle. Yes. Tony, finish your thought. You're talking about finish your thought, man.
We have great handles on the show, man. Seriously, dude. Pine Needle. We got Your Mom Is Cool. We got Rising Wolf. How
about this guy, Tony? Antonio. I don't think I've seen it. Is he new, Antonio? Is he new? Anyway,
he's been around. He's been lurking.
And then our new guy from yesterday, J. Just the letter J. J. Yeah. Anyway, Tony, finish your thought about I forget what you were saying. We interrupted you so many times. I lost my train of thought. What were you saying?
See, as your own boss, you just interrupt yourself. That's great.
I make a lousy boss, obviously, because I don't want to discipline anybody. That includes myself. I'm like, yeah, you guys just go figure this out. Make it work. And I got enough headaches. Tony, go ahead, man. I am not leadership. I'm the first guy to admit that. I am no leader. You don't want to follow me anywhere. Yes.
There we go. So I'm going to get us back to Zach Gallen. He's given up 19 home runs this year so far. That's a lot of home runs to be given up as one pitcher. He's 1-5 at home.
Yeah.
Okay. 1-5 at home. He's given up in his last 2 starts. He's given up a combined 12 runs in 10 1/3 innings. So he's given up a lot of runs right now. So I feel like they're running into a pitcher that might be serving up some gopher balls tonight. Let's hope that's the case. And we need Birdsong to dial it in. Birdsong, just give me 5. That's all. I'm not expecting more than 5. And of course, Logan Webb gives us another 6 1/3, 3 runs, and we can't get him a win.
Did you see this? This is just a little brief moment, a moment in passing during the game last night. I'm wondering if you caught this. It might have been around the 6th inning, maybe the 5th. It was in the middle of the game, somewhere in there. And there was a quick shot of the Giants dugout, and they showed Logan Webb with no hat on. And he had just come off the mound, and he was sitting on the dugout step, and he was going like this.
Yes.
Did you catch that? Okay. I was wondering if that was like what do you think that was? And I could be overanalyzing this. I totally understand that, but I might not be. Was that like a reaction to him just being fed up, or was that just a moment where it could have been any number of things? But I've never seen him really be demonstrative like that in a negative way in the dugout. And by the way, I'm not criticizing. I don't blame him. I totally get it. He did pitch very well again last night. Go ahead.
I feel like because he was holding the iPad as well, I think, and he was watching some plays. Some plays back. I feel like, and we were talking about this last night, Paulie, that the baseball gods were not with Logan Webb last night, because that inning where he gave up those runs to Arizona, it was 2 flares and a ground ball. It would have been a routine ground ball to second base, but they were shifting him. Yeah. So, and then the 2 flare base hits also. Like, he just got baseballed, man. That's what I say to the kids sometimes. You just got baseballed, because like that kind of stuff happens in a baseball game, and you got to tip your cap to the D-backs for putting the ball in play. But so I think he might have been looking back at us like, gosh darn it, like, I can't believe that they got those flares off me or something. And then also, hey, I forget the name of the home plate umpire last night, but he was awful.
Yeah, he was not consistent at all. He was a mess. Yes.
And he called 2 different strikes on Ramos last night that were at least, I think, maybe 6 inches off the plate.
Yeah, I saw that.
Melvin had every reason to be pissed. And trust me, they see these replays in the dugout. They're seeing how bad these pitches are. So it's not like they're just looking from the side view and thinking that and taking the hitters' complaints as for face value. They're looking at the video and seeing the replays and saying your strike zone is trash. Clean it up, man. Clean it up, Blue.
Clean it up. Clean up the strike zone. Clean up that kid out there. He's not a kid, but the 50-year-old jackass out there on the wall who's disrupting games. And did you address? I'm only asking because I was trying to read something else here about the standings, which I'll share in a second. But did you address the Nutters question? Buyers or sellers? What did you say?
Not yet. But I want to show this real quick too, because I believe this is from Sweet Mad Hatter. Oh, where'd it go? Shoot, where'd it go? Stand by, Paulie. I'm going to share the screen because he sent this to us. I'm like, dude, this is here's your guy, Paulie. There he is. There's your guy. There he is.
It looks like an a-hole. You know what I mean? He just let you nice shirt, dude. Yeah, nice. Nice everything. I'd like to take the hat right off his head and just frisbee chuck it onto the field. Be like, go get your hat, dude. Go get your hat, tough guy.
And there's a 5th circumstance where he did the same thing. So he's done this 5 times.
Why is he being allowed to continue to do this? Like,
I
honestly,
don't know.
what is this crap?
I don't know. He should be banned. MLB should supersede the Diamondbacks and ban him from any stadium in Major League Baseball. He should be banned for life from any stadium. I know they just did it to that Chicago fan that was yelling stuff about Marte's mom. I know they just banned him. I know they just banned him. So ban this guy. Like, ban him. And obviously, he must be a season ticket holder because every time he's in the exact same seat.
And he can't wait. He just can't wait for an opportunity to disrupt the game again or change the outcome of the game. I think it's BS. I think that kid or that guy should be reprimanded and at least suspended for the rest of the season. That's my opinion. By the way, I was looking at the standings and then addressed the buyer-seller thing, T, and then bookmarks. But I just want to remind you that baseball's such a long season, and there is part of my brain that says, yeah, man, they haven't even hit the All-Star break. There's so much baseball to be played. I get that. I really do. I get that. And a lot can happen. We've seen a lot happen in August and September. Really, that's when things are really decided. I get all that. But I'm just letting you know, Tony, the Giants are 8 games out. The Diamondbacks, with 3 games left in the series, the Diamondbacks are only a game and a half behind the Giants. I'm just throwing that out there. They're only a game and a half behind the Giants. They could easily wind up passing the Giants in the standings at this point. And it's starting to bum me out. Like the Giants, it's just, they're 3-7 in their last 10. And it's the way they're losing games. Like I said this earlier today, maybe what bothers me more than anything else is their lack of outward kind of competitive fire. I don't see any fire on this team. Like, where is the pulse? Where is somebody just trying to provoke something to happen? I don't get that sense that there's a spark there.
That's where you got to give Koss some credit because I feel like he's been kind of a spark plug and he's been but he might be hurt now. I should look up
what do you think that was? A groin, a hamstring? What was that?
Hamstring. Which if it's a hamstring, he could be out for who knows how long.
It happened like as soon as he took his first step. It was like, oh no, you could see it. Yeah, it was bad.
Yep. That's it. So Nutter. Oh, by the way, look at Sharp Park Golf Course. You just reminded me of the picture of your profile pic.
Where's that again, T? Sharp Park. Where is that?
Pacifica. It's on the it's beautiful. Underrated course.
You know what, Tony and I got to say this just for the people as we all get to know each other as the show goes on. Creative Tony and Paulie Mack combined, the tandem that can't be stopped, we might be the biggest non-Pacifica residents that are huge fans of Pacifica. You might not find 2 bigger Pacifica fans in Creative Tony. Sometimes we'll rendezvous down there. What was the name of that place you took me to right on the water, that little diner kind of bar thing there? It was awesome.
Nick's Rockaway.
Right. Dude, Nick's Rockaway. I didn't even know about this place. That's why it's great to hang with Tony. You learn about all these new places. They're right under your nose. You didn't even know about them. Shout out to Philosopher's Club. That's another one. Driving right by. He's go, you ever been in the Philosopher's Club? I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And he goes, well, we're going in. And it was great. So I learned about Philosopher's Club. And also, dude, that place, Pacifica, dude, it's a hidden treasure. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm a fan.
Yes, and Stevie B, you're so right. The Humble Sea Brewing spot. Humble Sea is a Santa Cruz brewery. They now have a tap room in Pacifica, and you can get live music at Winters. All right, Stevie B knows what's up. He knows. Is
that the one that was right behind Sea Bowl?
No, a different spot.
Because that was another outdoor spot that had music. I forget the name of that one. The other bar that was right behind Sea Bowl, like they share that parking lot.
That's changed hands a few times, unfortunately, and I heard it's going to be another brewery. I think Neil Donardi actually knows people that are trying to open that spot right now as a brewery and pizza joint. So, by the way, I love Neil. He's like out there consulting people, dude. That's how much of a badass Neil is. He's consulting people on how to start their own business.
My only question is, like, I think about this is that, and these are the things that concern me and keep me up at night. But Tony, we're halfway through the calendar year 2025. Essentially, we're getting into July now, and at the end of the year, we are going to launch the first annual PMP awards show. I don't know what's going to be called. We used to do the Murph and Mackey's on KMBR. We're going to do a similar thing here where this is going to be a dogfight for the first ever Lifetime Achievement Award. The first one, it could be Rags, it could be Los D, it could be Dom, it could be Stevie B. You know what I mean? It could be could be Noemi. I don't know. So anyway, I'm already worried about that. Like, how are we going to sort this out? Because the Nutter's dropping signs now at Sharp Park there's so many worthy contenders. I'm just saying, I look forward to that, Tony. We got to come up with a Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and it's already starting to concern me. Here comes Ray Goodman, more Pacifica love, and still got to answer the question.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's get to Nutter first, then we got Ray. We'll get Ray in a second here, but Nutter, I say they should be buyers, is what I say, because they have Adamas, they have Devers. I don't know what they should be buying is the question. I'd have to think about that.
Well, they just got a bat. They got a great bat apparently with Devers. So,
yeah, I want speed and contact. That's what I want, man. I want speed and contact. The power hitting, I hate trying to rely on the long ball. I hate it. I hate it. It's my least favorite type of baseball. I hate it because, and I tell this to kids that I coach. Like a couple kids that hit home runs. Like we had a couple home runs that went over the fence in our last All-Star game. And I said to both kids, were you trying to hit a home run there? And they go, well, no, I was just trying to make contact. I said, exactly. Home runs happen when you're not trying to hit them. So I just trying to hit home runs and I just put the ball on the ground, find a gap, move runners over, get on base, swipe some bags.
This is why I got to ask. See, now I got to pepper you with more questions. So you're telling me, because when I played baseball, when I played like Little League baseball, dude, I would just swing. There was no science to my at bats, bro. If I saw the ball, see ball, hit ball kind of thing. Yeah. But like for you though, you're saying like this is the thing that really blows me away about like great baseball players, that they actually have influence on where they put the ball on the field. That to me is like I can't even imagine that. Like, hey, I'm going to go opposite field right now. Like if I did that when I was playing, great. But I can assure you it wasn't intentional. So here's my question. You just said home runs happen when you don't try to hit home runs. But I've seen you, dude. I've seen you get into the batter's box at Oracle Park and practically leave the yard. You went right up to the warning track, and I got to assume you were trying to do that. So let's hear your response to that.
But that's also when I know it's a certain speed fastball coming at me every single time.
Okay.
You know
Good answer. Good answer.
Right. Yeah. But like certain situations, you have a job to do as a hitter. If there's a runner on second base, you want to try and get a base hit, but at minimum, your job is to get that runner over to third at minimum. So you want to try and hit the ball to the right side of the infield. If you have a runner on third, you want to try and put the ball in the air and hit a fly ball. And that's what Matt Chapman is good at this, dude. Matt Chapman's a good sac fly hitter. Like not a good sac fly hitter, but he can put the ball in the air. Like you have a minimum, you have a job to do. If you get on base yourself, great. That's extra, right? But minimum, you got jobs to do. And then you can this is getting really technical, but like
I like it. I like when you do this. I'm actually asking for that. Give it to me.
You can hit the ball where it's pitched, right? Like you don't try and pull outside pitches. You don't try, and then like you want to try and let the ball travel at times, and then go the opposite way, or have an inside out swing. Like it can get technical, so you can't like pinpoint where the ball can go, but you can definitely have a purpose. But I hate this freaking launch angle crap.
Me too.
I hate this exit velocity crap.
Yeah, me too.
You know what, Paulie? Get on base.
Yes.
Get over, score.
That's baseball. That's the game of baseball, man. Get on base. We move the runners over. We score a run. And I just miss like hitting as a science as kind of guys we used to. Guys like Will Clark, guys like Tony Gwynn. Like watching their at-bats were so – it was just a thing of beauty, man. And I kind of miss that approach too. I'm not a launch angle guy either. Ray Goodman. See, I'm not surprised. I lived Pacifica off Manor Drive the first 3 years in Cali. See, Pacifica, dude, why doesn't Pacifica get more love or more attention?
Dude, Paulie, Pacifica doesn't want any more love. They like being kind of that nook.
Yeah, and I think the answer to that question is a lot of people don't like the fog. Yep. And they say like, oh, it's too fucking. I'm one of those really weird, unusual people where I don't mind the fog, and I know like I'm like the 1% of 1,000,000% that hate it, but I like it, dude. I think it looks amazing. First of all, the visual. You ever been up on Mount Tam, dude? You can hike Mount Tam, sit up there, and then watch the fog start rolling in off. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible, and I like the fact that it cools things down. Does that make me the bad guy? I'm just asking.
No, okay. Dude, by the way, Don Peralta, yes, fog is nature's air conditioning.
Man. Yeah, Stevie B. See, me and Stevie B always locked in. But Stevie B, I'm a fog head. You're damn right you're a fog head.
Shout out to K-Fog fog heads, right?
Shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis, Tony. The Fog. Okay, The Fog. That's what?
Actually, filmed in Pacifica, a very dark movie, but a very good movie, The House of Sand and Fog, which is filmed in Pacifica, dude, with Ben Kingsley, dude. I'm telling you, it's very, very, very good movie, but also dark too.
Shout out to Ben Kingsley's I still can't believe this even happened. Shout out to Ben Kingsley's cameo on The Sopranos when Christopher went out to Hollywood with little Carmine to try to get him to sign on to their movie Cleaver. They went after Ben Kingsley, and Christopher's like falling off the wagon, so he's doing like coke and he's drinking, he's all messed up, and they're out at the pool, and Ben Kingsley walks by, and Christopher goes, he's like rubbing his nose, he's like, Sir Ben, dude, Sir Ben, bro, hey Sir Ben, yeah, it's kind of a Godfather meets Amityville Horror or whatever he said. It was tremendous. Anyway, Ben Kingsley. Tony, do we do bookmarks? How do we handle this?
We can do bookmarks to wrap the show, but I just want to say also, I want to just give a quick story about my college coach at USF. Shout out Rich Hill. He's the University of Hawaii head coach now, and he was University of San Diego after USF.
Any relation to Giants catcher from the 1970s, Mark Hill?
No, and not related to Glenn Allen Hill either, or not related to the Rich Hill that pitched for the Dodgers as well.
What about the bass player for ZZ Top who passed away sadly? Any relation to Dusty Hill, Tony? No, Dusty Hill.
No relation to Dusty. Not that I know of. Not that I'm aware of.
You should ask. You should text him. Yeah.
Dude, he was a really, really good coach. But he was great because he knew, like, we gave Stanford, I think it might still be the record, their biggest loss ever. I think we beat Stanford 18-5, and I don't know if that still stands as their worst loss in the history of Stanford's program.
Right.
But dude, Mark Marcus, the coach of Stanford, hated playing up at USF because you leave the freaking paradise that's Sunken Diamond to come up to San Francisco, and the fog and the cold and more of a bandbox diamond.
Good.
So our coach, he was like, that's our 10th player. See that fog? And shout out the Hayes Healy dorm that overlooks the baseball diamond. It's like, I don't know, like 10 stories.
Yeah.
And it overlooks the baseball diamond. And most days the fog would come climbing over that dorm onto our field. And our coach, Rich, he'll be going, there it is, baby. There's the fog monster. There's the fog monster, baby. We embrace the fog monster here. And dude, so anyways, he was a great coach. And he was like, hey, you guys learn to love the fog because that helps us. Nobody likes playing in the fog, so that helps us. So I'm fog for life, Paul.
I believe Roger Craig was like that too with the Giants, where he said, cut the crap. This is our home field. We're going to embrace this, man. Like you have to change the whole mentality around. Because I remember like being a kid and I'm going way back now, but I was a little kid in the 70s, and like Bobby Mercer was a Giant. And I remember Bobby Mercer was like, I hate the conditions here. Like they're inhumane. I hate this weather. So I always like hated guys that complained about Candlestick. And then all of a sudden, like Roger Craig was like, no more complaining. No more. This is our home field. We're going to embrace this now.
No question.
And Kruk used to talk to us about that, how Roger Craig helped turn that. And then Will Clark, it was like a point of pride. He loved playing at the stick. And it just goes to show you too, man, as bad as the conditions are in any given field or any given stadium, the great players can still make it work. Yes. Like Willie McCovey, he still put the numbers up. Willie Mays put the numbers up. You know what I mean? Will Clark, Barry Bonds, like those guys. So even when the stadium and the conditions are less than ideal, the great ones still find a way to play right through all that.
And also, Paulie, being a pitcher in the fog is actually like, I really enjoyed it because I knew that hitters' hands were probably cold and not warmed up, and their bat was probably a little cold. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to jam you, and I'm going to throw on the inside part of that plate, and I'm going to try and jam you, and I'm going to try and make your hands so uncomfortable right now. So, and I didn't even throw hard. So,
okay, couple quick comments and then to the bookmarks. Now, Lily Merchant checking in. I think we touched the nerve here. Lily Merchant, Chili Davis hated playing at the stick too. True story. And then the new mysterious Jay, dude, our new guy Jay checking in.
Jay.
He goes, Bobby Mercer kept his bats in the clubhouse sauna so they would be hot when he went to bed. See, that's like letting it get to, it's not that cold. It's cold, but it's not like 10 below zero.
Yeah, but Paulie,
I will say like field cold. You know what I mean? This ain't like Soldier Field in January. It's like 40. It is cold. Don't get me wrong. But the whole thing with the bats and the sauna, bro, easy done.
Time out. I gotta go. I gotta say, I hear what Jay's saying because a cold bat sucks. I mean, the feeling of a cold bat stinks. It really does. It really stinks. And yes, Scarlet Fire. She just said yes. Decker Diamonds because Fairmont Park in Pacifica is where SI plays baseball. and there's a lot of fog there, but it's now called Decker Diamond. Shout out to my former SI baseball coach, Jim Decker, who passed away. Great, best coach I ever had, hands down. But Paulie, we can get to bookmarks here in a second, but I wanted to also shout out somebody else that Noemi said that she lived in that dorm that overlooked the USF baseball field. So there's particles for you right there, dude. That's so great.
I can imagine living in that dorm. I've seen that dorm, that mysterious dorm, all my life. I drive by, I go, look at that dorm right there. And I got to say, like, I would love the idea of just leaning up in the windowsill, maybe firing up a piece and just watching Division I baseball from my room. You know what I mean? And then so like somebody comes to the room, what are you doing? I'm studying, but I'm really watching the game. Like that whole thing is very ideal to me, the whole scenario.
And we also had to be on our best behavior because that dorm was an all-female dorm. I think at the time it was all-female. I don't know if it's still all-female now.
Let's be honest. You guys on the baseball team, you guys love that. Let's be honest.
Loved it. And we would see girls looking through their window watching us practice and like, this is the best, man.
Yeah.
But then our Coach Hill and Coach Williams, and they always reiterate, eyes are always on you, especially all-female dorm. If anybody does like tries to moon these girls or do anything that's, hey, give a BA, that's not happening. Because trust me, it was considered many times, oh, it's BA, they're looking, it's BA. No, we're not BA.
Well, you know who never followed those rules of conduct, like code of conduct between player and fan? Shout out Daryl Strawberry. Strawberry was doing like the I'm not even kidding you. You got to watch this 30 for 30 on the 86 Mets, dude. They're basically like the baseball equivalent of Led Zeppelin in 1975, just like marauding across the country. Daryl Strawberry would be in the middle of a game. He says this on the 30 for 30. Tony, he'd look up in the seats and he'd be like, he'd tell one of the clubhouse guys, hey, go get that girl from the third row. She's sitting like 3 seats in. Go grab her and tell me to meet me in the tunnel. He'd be hooking up with girls in the middle of games, dude. In the middle of games. I'm just throwing that out there.
That's why Bull Durham is such a great representation of baseball, because Nuke LaLoosh in the middle of a game was having some fun in the clubhouse during the game, and they had to come get him during the game. If you've seen Bull Durham, you know what I'm talking about. Paulie, it's time.
I don't think that yet.
Sure, go ahead, laugh if you want to.
For bookmarks.
Maybe that's how you get your kicks. You and your good time buddies.
PMP style.
I got a flash for you, Joy Boy. Party time is over.
Too long. It's been too long. It's been too long. Let's sing to it, G. Give me a melody here. Give me.
I'm trying to think.
I like that you're like giving. Tony, give me a melody. Impromptu. Let's go.
Bookmarks time. It's 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 bookmarks time. Bookmarks. Sorry, dude. That was bad.
Dude, let me tell you what I liked a lot when you did this. You go, book. Mark. Dude, the pause. Dude, the freaking pause. Give me this up. I want to jump in on this. Turn this up, man.
Hold on.
That was fantastic.
Bookmarks time. Bookmarks time. It's bookmarks time. Bookmarks time. Marks, book.
Oh, dude, when you just said, book. Marks. I don't know. Something about
Oh, man.
Holy smokes, man.
It's like with this get higher, baby. Freeze. Yeah. Rock. Yeah.
Bookmarks. I don't know, bro. It's been a long show. What do you want from me? Marks. Like, come on. Dude. Holy smokes, man. All right, let's get into it. Turn down the bed, bro. That you really knocked me out on that one. That was really good. Book.
That's good stuff, dude. Hey, so P, this is Carlos De La Fuente, our guy. By the way, follow Carlos on Twitter at LosDLF. So, and he says, F this clown, and he's talking about this guy right here. This is the guy he's talking about.
I almost just dropped profanity. I'm trying not to do that. It's my new and improved
the game.
Yeah, and the guy really upsets me, and then he showboats. Yeah, look at you, huh?
Look at this jackass. Look at that jackass, dude. Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, on top of everything else, dude, you're rooting for the D-backs. You understand? Right. Like your team stinks. You guys stink. Anyway, more reasons to dislike the Diamondbacks. Tony, I'm sorry, but I have a visceral reaction to this guy, and it's filled with kind of battery acid. I'm not a fan.
Nothing to be sorry about. Let's move on to Nikki T, buddy. Let's go to Nikki
Well,
Turturro.
time out, Tony. This is
You're not going to get the guy at first.
Go ahead.
Okay, well,
Both be
there could
frozen
be
all over there.
pause,
Now
pause.
the run goes.
Pause. Jeez, Nikki. Pause. Okay, go ahead, Paulie. Go.
Well, I was going to say there might be. Look at him. We haven't seen Nikki in so long. There might be some adult language in this, Tony. Is that okay?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. Here we go.
Okay.
Two idiotic plays in one inning. You're not going to get the guy at first, and Volpe throws the ball over there. Now the go-ahead run goes to third. Eat the ball.
Yes.
Unreal.
Yes.
Threw one away when you didn't have a chance. The other one, you let the lead guy go. Where's your IQ? Think.
You know what? Where's your IQ? Might be a good stop.
Unbelievable.
Where's your IQ? A couple things on Nikki T. One, shout out to the fact that he's wearing double gold chains outside the shirt, and the cross is like surrounded by a deeper, longer chain. Like the whole look is tremendous. And just to remind everybody, if you don't know who this guy is, this is Nick Turturro, brother of accomplished actor John Turturro. And he's in a bunch of the Spike Lee movies. If you recognize the face and can't place it, he's done a lot of Spike movies. And I think he did he did a cop show on TV, The Badge, The Shield, something. I don't know. He was on a cop show too. But anyway, look at that face, dude.
Look at that face.
I think Nikki Turturro, he could easily pass away from a heart attack during a Yankee game. That's on the table. Like that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, I love him. And I love his passion. And he's right. When he said eat the ball, Paulie, if I had $1 bill for every time I've yelled while coaching, eat it. Because just the fewer throws you make, the less harm is going to happen in a baseball game. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I got it.
Moving on. Look at this. This is this random shot of just Michael Jordan and Paul Stanley. I love it, dude.
Great, dude. That's greatness, recognizing greatness. I thought you'd appreciate that. I stuck that in there with the intent purpose of like making you smile. Yeah, Mike Jordan and Paul and the Star Child. That's two of the greats coming together. It's like the Avengers. You know what I mean? When they get the greatest like forces of the universe. There it is right there. Kiss and Michael Jordan. You're not going to stop that tandem. You're not. What
is I'm trying to see, what is Stanley rocking around his neck? Is that like a claw or something around his neck? It looks like it's
Paul Stanley of Kiss. I'm not sure what he's rocking right there. He can do whatever he wants, though. He's a star child. Yeah. He can do whatever he wants.
He's and Paul Stanley's pretty cool.
Right now. He's probably making a pizza right now in his house.
Hey, I have a question for you. He probably is, or some good marinara sauce. He makes really good marinara sauce from scratch. He like grinds up the tomatoes. He'll like put the tomatoes in get the San Marzano tomatoes, put them in the blender, olive oil, basil, some garlic. But I've learned this from watching Paul Stanley. But I was gonna say, is he wearing his Kiss boots that are like 6 inches tall? Because look at how tall he is compared to Jordan.
That's actually a fair question. That's a fair question. He might have some heels on him right there. For real. You're right. The height doesn't match up. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, good call.
Great shot, though, man.
Or he's standing on like a little box. Maybe they gave him like a little box to stand on. I actually know somebody in the Bay Area media who does that. I'm not going to give up his name, but you can probably figure it out. You know who I'm talking about? The guy who walks around with the box? You know what I mean, T? Yeah. There is a guy. It's a true story, man. And I got no problem with this guy. He's a good guy. But there is a dude, he's slightly undersized. And when he goes out to do like a sports report at a game or like on the streets, he actually carries a box around so he can stand up on it's crazy looking. Anyway, Tony, sorry.
I would say, Paulie, he's a great dude. I would say he's a great dude. And also
dude.
Tom Cruise rolls that way too. He rolls around with the box on the set of movies when he has to do interviews. Moving on. Oh yeah, I saw this too, Paulie. So Larry Krueger reposted this and he says, why play the season when we already know the outcome? So according to Chat GPT, and Coach Yak posted it from the get-go, Chat GPT says the Super Bowl champions this season will be your San Francisco 49ers, Paulie.
And they're beating the Chiefs, it looks like, according to this. Looks like that would be the Super Bowl matchup right in the middle.
Hey, ChatGPT, get off the Chiefs' nuts. What are we doing? Like, God, enough.
Get off the Chiefs' nuts, you say, huh?
Sorry, that was bad.
No, don't be sorry. You made me laugh. That was good. Anything that makes me laugh is more than welcome on the show.
Yeah.
All right, keep it coming, T. What else we got here?
Oh, okay. Did you put this in here? This is a guy just doing street performance?
I put this in here. Yeah, just check it out. This is just a great moment right here.
There we go. So you press the button,
and he'll start giving you the funk.
Would you like to continue?
Nice.
The funk. Commencing in 3, 2, 1.
Don't be afraid, just move your waist, get face to face, don't hesitate, put your back this way, time and space, life is a playground, and we gon' play, and I'll pave the way, and you follow me, I would dance the day, until the night is day, and so far away, I just you and me, celebrate and make it Christmas Day, all day.
Oh, so good, P. That is fantastic.
Not bad.
I'd be pressing that red button all day. I'd be pressing that red button all day.
Just standing there burning J's, hitting the button.
Right.
All right, a couple more, and then we'll wrap it up here, T. What do we got here?
Oh, I put this in here. This is Rudy Sarzo posted this, dude. It's a picture taken on July 4th, 1982 at Ozzy and Sharon's Maui wedding. It's Ozzy, Brad Gillis, and Rudy Sarzo. They borrowed the Luau Band's equipment for an impromptu rum-filled acoustic version of Paranoid.
Wow.
So is that amazing? So I was like, you know what? On Black Sabbath week, I was like, you know what? We got to give love. So you see Gillis is sitting down on the left, right?
Yep.
And then you see Ozzy in the middle, and there's Sarzo over there on the upright bass. Is that killer or what?
You know, it's crazy, man. This is going to be such a big, it's amazing. I've never seen that photo in my entire life, and I'm a big fan of all these guys, and that's really, really cool. Sarzo looks right at home playing that stand-up bass. He looks right at home. And Tony, I don't know if you noticed, actually, I decorated my record of the week. I actually have Ozzy and Randy Rhoads up right now behind me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just time. It's time to pay our respects. We grew up with these dudes, you know, and the fact that Ozzy's bowing out now because of health issues, it's, you know, I'm slightly emotional about it, and I think this weekend it's really going to hit home. Like watching all this stuff unfold, the last Black Sabbath show ever. It's happening this weekend. Yeah,
and it was called the Double O Tea Room Trio, is what they called it, because must have been the name of the tea room where the Maui wedding was happening. So
I guarantee you, Ozzy was hammered out of his mind right there,
Totally.
out of his mind. During those years, those early 90s, that's when he was peeing on the Alamo, getting locked up. I mean, Ozzy was a true, he's become like this cuddly kind of teddy bear guy. But back when we were growing up, Tony, he horrified people. Tony, I put this up here for your head. I know you're a big Maddox fan. Just look at some of these numbers, just for your head. Just check them out. 92 to 95. And by the way, why would Chicago have ever let him get away is a mystery to me. But look at that, Tony. 37. I'm a big complete game fan now that they don't happen anymore. 37 complete games, 11 shutouts, 946 innings pitched, 733 strikeouts. This is in a 3-season span. That's all.
Yeah. A 1.98 ERA, dude. And how many home runs allowed per 9 innings? A third of a home run. 0.3 home runs allowed per 9 innings, dude. One of the best pitchers of all time. I loved what I could go off on this.
What would you say in like one sentence or as briefly as possible? What was the secret to his success? Because he was not a hard thrower.
Location and speed, like off speed, like keeping people off balance. Location and keeping people off balance. Dude, his fastball wasn't hard.
No, it's like 91, 90 maybe, something like that.
I might have been high 80s, but he still threw with such precise control. And also, when he would throw a changeup or a curveball or like a cutter, then his fastball would seem faster. He was a master. He was a master.
Do you know? I don't know the answer to this. Do you know if he ever had Tommy John surgery or did he not?
I don't think so. I'm not positive on that though. Actually,
Why don't more guys try to pitch that way instead of blowing their arms up, trying to throw 100 on every pitch? Why don't you see more guys doing Greg Maddux mixing speeds?
It's the same. Why do people try to do launch angle and exit velocity? Like it's an ego thing. It's a machismo thing. It's I want to throw hard. I want to blow it by people. And Maddox is like, no, I'd rather just throw 85 pitches and call it a day. Throw 9 innings, 85 pitches, call it a day. And have you baffled? Because like that's the other thing too. When you see a pitcher that doesn't throw hard, your instant reaction is, oh, all right, we're gonna get to this guy because he doesn't throw hard. But then you dig in and it's like, oh boy, he's putting it literally exactly where he wants to put it.
Yeah.
Not going to happen today.
That's awesome.
It's great, man. Maddox, man, for life. This is Beanball. I think we already talked about this. This is Beanball.
Yeah, you can pass that. That was older. Yeah.
Here's our guys, Paulie.
Oh, let's end with this. This is perfect. This is a perfect way to end. Okay.
Yeah. But do you want to go to there's another one in here I put in here. Hold on. Hold on, Paulie.
I'm going. I'm not going anywhere. I'm good.
I put another one in here along
Raise me to a lot. Raise me to a lot.
Yeah.
You saw him just pass by. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
These guys are taking over.
Good. Sports.
I'm the guy in the red, by the way. Me in sports. Yeah.
Oh. It's just these guys. It's just I can't get enough of those guys.
Dude, and by the way, I don't think they're kidding around. I think they're serious about this, but it's
Italo disco, Paulie. That's all I gotta say. Italo disco is what they're calling it. And
yeah,
it's just here's one more. We can just give one last taste and we'll call it a day.
Sure. Yeah. No.
Dude, the double drumstick point.
No, I know. Look at my guys. By the way, I want to be the guy with the guitar. You can be the drummer. I want to be the guy on the right with the tank top, dude. Amazing. Hey, Tony. No, you're going to get more of these guys. They're posting stuff like on a daily basis, so we'll continue to show those guys and have a good time with it. Hey, thanks for the laughs today, man. I needed all those laughs,
so good.
And they were very essential to our survival as a fan base of the San Francisco Giants. I want to thank all of our friends for lining up today. Tony, go ahead. Yes.
Give us the loose. 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 What tone would you like?
Sorry, Paulie, as you were going to get to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. I also want to thank our sponsors, Carlos de la Fuente of Flex Funding, but you can take it away from there. I just want to get the musical accompaniment for our boy, Lefty.
100%. Yeah, just want I hear the spoken word part of the song. That's the Los. I want to say thank you, Carlos at Flex Funding. Of course, our main man, Los D. Reach out to him anytime and talk to him about any financial matter you might have questions about or just ready to do some business. 925-250-4894. You can email him at carlos@myflexnow.com. Of course, Dr. Matt Young, my dentist for over a decade, and he should be yours too. As soon as possible, I might kidnap Tony's son, Dom, throw him in my car, just driving to Dr. Matt Young's office, kick him out of the car, be like, hey, Dom, I'll be back in an hour to pick you up. Have a good time. And then just let him go up there. And don't forget, when you go to Dr. Matt Young's office, say, hey, Paulie Mack sent me, and he told me he said, I need to see your Dwight Clark football. He'll come in with it immediately. If you want to listen to the Giant game, you want to talk about baseball, he can check both those boxes. 490 Post Street, 25 years in the business. My dentist for over a decade. 415-392-8611. Info at youngdentalsf.com. Matt Young is great. The entire group is great. And the work he does is stellar. I mean, really outstanding work he's done on me. And if he can make my mouth look better, he can definitely do the same for you. All right, Creative Tony, onward and upward. Go Giants. Birdsong on the hill. La, 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 la. So let's hope things work out tonight. Final words from you, Creative Tony, and we'll bring in Professor Dave to dismiss the group.
Because I have one more thing to share, and I believe this is Dub City sent this to us, Paulie. I'm just going to share this with you. Stand by and enjoy. Did you catch that?
No.
You catch that?
One more time.
It may not be loud enough. I may have to put it on just and load it on the soundboard, but I'll try it one more time. Here we go.
Manny, look at it. Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
Okay, I got it. It's very soft. We'll jack up the volume tonight. Come on, Pelican, fly, Pelican. Dude, Low Steve, that's you, buddy. That's my favorite. That's the biggest Low Steve moment of the year, as far as I'm concerned. Biggest contribution to the show. Come on, Pelican, fly, Pelican. And drinking the champagne, smoking the cigar, all about it. Thank you, Low Steve. And thank you for sending that in. We'll adjust the levels and make it part of the show on a regular basis. Creative Tony, Diamond Dave, if you could.
We'll stand by first.
So say good night to the bad guy.
And then
Class dismissed.
And Paulie. There we go.
Thank you, Creative Tony. Fun show today. Hey, listen, don't forget, everybody, we got a short week. We're off Friday, but we will deliver our musical assignment on Thursday. And there's my Ozzy and Randy album I was talking about, the tribute album, which is, by the way, freaking outstanding. You got to hear Randy Rhoads playing some of the Sabbath stuff on there. It's really good. He goes nuts on Children of the Grave, Paranoid, all that. It's great stuff. Anyway, dive into that. We'll do the musical assignment, Ozzy songs, Black Sabbath songs on Thursday. Tomorrow, we take our weekly night flight with all of y'all, and then we get you set up for the 4th of July. Creative Tony, have a wonderful afternoon. Tell your son, Dom, I'll be taking him to Dr. Matt Young's office soon. Yes, final words?
I'm just going to dance like the Italo Disco guys while I say this. Please like and subscribe on YouTube at Polymax Particles.
Yeah.
Please become a member of PMP VIP you can do that on the screen next to the subscribe bell. Yeah. And we would love to have you be a member of the VIP because we're going to continue to make extra programming, extra content for those in the VIP. We're going to continue to do ticket giveaways. You might do like a jersey giveaway. We're going to do like some hangouts at local spots. All that is part of the PMP VIP. Do that on the YouTube page, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, you can find us on TikTok now at Polymax Particles. I'm going to update the icon here on the overlay on our screen.
Nice.
We're at Polymax Particles on TikTok, and we are also the audio versions are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and TuneIn. So thanks.
Also, thank you for all that. And also, please do subscribe. Like Tony said, that helps us out a lot. You can like the show. That helps us as well. Excuse me. And I want to say thank you to everybody for supporting the show. For all of the unseen people that we can't see, you might be on Instagram, you might be on Twitter, you might be on TikTok. I don't even know where the hell you are. Maybe you're listening on Spotify. Whatever the case may be, thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting the show. For the people I can see right in front of me, Escobar, Dom, Stevie B, Scarlet Fire, Rags, all of y'all, you guys know how we feel about you. It's a family. We freaking love you. We'll see you soon. Creative Tony, enjoy your Tuesday. Go Giants. Don't give me – if I see that kid in the front row again, I might book a flight. I might be booking a flight to the desert. I'll cancel the show tomorrow. I know he's not a kid, but he's a jackass. And I'll listen. I'll get, you know what I'll do? I'll get 3 tickets. One for me, one for you, and one from Big Steve from the Vallejo Angels chapter. We'll fly Big Steve in there. No more hijinks from that guy. I guarantee you, no more hijinks. All right, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow night on the night flight. Thanks for everything, you guys. Cheers.
Peace, y'all.